Merry Christmas! No, seriously, Merry Christmas. Welcome to my channel. You're going to find so much Christmas decorating inspiration here. This is just one video of many. I have two that are already up and more to come. So like, subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. I am decorating my mantle with you today, and I'm going to walk you through it in this voiceover because my children are very loud and it was going to be next to impossible for me to walk you through it as I was going through the process. So I am starting with this pre-lit garland. It's battery operated. It's from Lowe's. It's quite affordable, but as you can see, it is very sparse. So I right now am fluffing it up as best as I can, and we are going to make it more full by adding in more picks and berries and different stems just to bring it to life. I like my garland to hang off on the side a little bit, and so all that we're adding to the top, we also need to add to the side that's hanging off so it all flows together really nicely. This is looking really sad. I know, right? Charlie Brown Christmas style, but we are going to dress it up here by adding first these pretty realistic looking stems that I got from Target a couple of years ago. They're gonna go on either side of the garland. One of the main tips that I have for you if you're creating your own garland like me is to add whatever it is that you're adding to one side to the other, and that is going to help keep it very well balanced. You can purchase garlands in the store that are already nice and full. You don't have to build it up like I'm doing today, but I already had this garland on hand and I knew I had it in my Christmas stash. So when I went shopping and I shared with you my haul from Hobby Lobby, I grabbed a ton of greenery because I knew that it wouldn't go to waste. I was going to use it this year for my garland, but in the next year, if I wanted to use it somewhere else, I could. I do want to apologize for the glare that you see in this video. I didn't realize that it was as bad as it is. This was such a gloomy day and the lighting was terrible, but that glare is really bothering me, but it does get better as the video goes on. Moving on to the next stems. Now these are new. I shared these in my haul when I went shopping with Mandy. They are from Michael's. I love them so much. The oranges on these stems look very realistic. They look like real dried oranges, and I only got 2 of them, and I kind of regretted that at this point in my process of decorating, but you will have to just wait and see at the end how I make a little bit go a long way. I'm using these cedar stems. I think that's what they're called. They're very realistic looking. The color is a brighter green. So not only did I use them to drape over the mantle, I also put in a little bit throughout the garland just to help brighten it up a little bit. And I really like the way that it turned out. When you're creating your own garland using a variety of stems, it's kind of intimidating, right? You're making something out of nothing. I mean, you have everything that you need to make it beautiful, but it does take time and it doesn't look good right away. I mean, even now watching this footage back, I'm like, wow, that is ugly right now in this moment, but it does get better. Don't give up, don't quit. I am adding a couple of frosted stems to my garland. I just wanted a couple of touches of some flocked greenery because you will see in some future videos that my kitchen is all flocked greenery, the majority. And so I wanted to incorporate some over here in the living room just to tie it all together. If you missed my Christmas tree decorating video, go check that out. It's a good one. But in that video, I talk about how I like to add some stems to my Christmas tree just to help my Christmas tree look a little bit more full. I do add eucalyptus and berries to that tree, so I wanted to do the same thing over here on the garland so that it was cohesive in the living room. So I'm tucking the eucalyptus right there by those cedar stems, and I'm also going to add the berries here in just a little bit, and you will see that as I add the berries, they are going to kind of have the same spray effect as my tree topper. I do like the fact that the garland and the tree are very similar in a lot of ways. It just helps bring everything in the living room together. He's out of his seat. Just beware. If this thing starts shaking, it's because of Miles. He's out of his seat. He's on the move, folks. At this point, it was coming together very nicely, but it wasn't quite done, so make sure you stay tuned for the final result. I did want to add some of that crystal-like stem to the mantle. I only had one left, so I had to tear it apart and stick it here and there. Again, just to add some of the same elements from the tree to the mantle as well. And now I'm just adding these gold bells that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're just your regular Christmas bell. And I'm going to add a velvet bow and let the ribbon kind of hang and drape over the bells. And I feel like that's such a sweet touch. We have had these stockings for years. The red ones are from Lowe's and the gray knit looking ones are from Hobby Lobby. And I don't know if they still have these, probably not. But they go with what I have going on this year for Christmas. And so we're going to give them one more use this year. I am adding new name tags this year and I'm really excited about them. They were affordable too at like $5 a piece. They're gold cursive in like a metal. Kind of. I don't know how to describe it, but they are from Amazon and they came in pretty quickly. I will link them below for you if you want to check them out, but I'm just tying them onto the stocking and I feel like it's a good, like, unique touch to our mantle this year. One thing to remember as you're building up your garland is your pre-lit garland underneath. Don't forget those pretty twinkling lights. It's so hard to not cover them up as you're, I guess, beefing up that garland. You don't want them to be hidden. So I just like to add what I can, try to keep notice of the lights as I am decorating it, but also toward the end, I pull those lights out where I can and reposition them so that they are easily seen. So this is before I made some changes to the garland. I wanted to see if this Merry Christmas sign would work, and it does not, as you can tell. Look at my face. I bought it for my mantle this year, and it's not going to work out because regardless of the minor changes that I do make, and you'll see that at the end of the video, the garland was too big for that sign. But I do have this tinier sign, Let There Be Peace on Earth, with, of course, the reason for the season on it. And so I was like, this will be perfect. I will just use this year because I felt like it needed just a little something right there in that empty space. Here is how the mantle turned out. Over here, you see these adorable name tags on these cute stockings. I love that we have had these stockings for so many years. It's gonna be hard for me to let them go and get something new, but I do love the traditional look of these, almost kind of vintage with the reindeer and snowflake pattern on the red ones. And then up here, I decided to cut the orange stems and just spread them out a little bit throughout the garland, and I feel like it gives it such a cute, vintage, more organic look, very natural, and that's what I love about the berries that are kind of poking out. It is so nice and full and so very cozy. you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that it inspired you somehow. Please leave a comment down below and let me know how you plan on decorating for Christmas, or if you've already started, what's your theme this year? What do you like? Let me know down below. The conversations that I have with you guys, it truly warms my heart. Thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.